Well. Good damn afternoon, Americanos. Jericho Green, I'm here with you once again, people. How have you been? It's been a while since I did a live stream. It's been a minute, as the kids would say. It's been a cool minute since I did a live stream, but I'm here now, all right? Don't worry about the past and what wasn't. Let's be in the moment and enjoy what is now, okay? Okay? Sure appreciate that. Good to see you guys. I see the chat, the comment section is lively as usual, so I sure appreciate that. But let's handle some business first, shall we? Yes. Listen up. You won't believe this. Gen Z is probably more prepared than you are, millennials, too. What? Recent research reveals a whopping 40% of Gen Z is preparing for the worst. That's twice what Gen X is doing. Shocked? Well, wrap it up. Gen Z knows something big is coming. So do you. The time to do something right about it is right now. Start with my website, preparedwithjericho.com. There you'll find a rare special offer on a 1-year emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply. Yes, a food kit large enough to get you through an entire year. My Patriot Supplies help millions of Americans prepare for emergencies. They're ready to help you too. Sealed inside the rugged container, 4-layer packaging. Their delicious meals last up to 25 years in storage and provide over 2,000 calories daily. That's over 2,000 calories every single day for a year at this special price, under $2,000. This rare emergency food kit deal ends this week. You won't see it again. Preparewithjericho.com. Free shipping included. That is preparewithjericho.com. Get it, people. I got it. I got a couple cabinets out there right now full of that delicious food. I hope I never need it. But you know the saying, you rather have it and not need it than need it and be starving. I'm sure that's how it goes. What up? Let's see who's in the comments right now. Let's see who's populated the comment section. Is it the usual suspects or some unusual suspects? I think the usual suspects here are unusual, if that makes sense. I'm right there with you. The Ferg, Mario. I see you, Justin. There's Roches. Cliff Williams. I saw you on Generally Specific. Forgive me. I don't know why I brain farted that. Thank you for migrating over. You're a migrant. Thank you for migrating. Will Parker, DJ John T, all the way over there in Sweden. Yeah. Now, see, Beans. None the Miser, of course. Good to see you, man. Tehran Isaac. Erica by Da Vinci coming with the serious generosity, girl. You know what? I was going to wait until the end of the shout out, but we got to get to you now because I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you so much for being so generous, not only with your moolah, but your time. I appreciate you, Erica. Thank you very much. Where were we? Okay, there we go. Isaac, Erica, see you. Weapon X, thank you. Alexis, thank you. Steven, Aaron M, what up? Sorry, Duke, thank you. The Ferg, did I shout you? I think you were first. Faith, what up, Thomas? What up, Maine? Oh, Maine. Thomas is my boy. We used to work together at Communist Food Supply. I mean, Trader Joe's. Thanks for being here, man. Link, I see you. You are felt. Your presence is acknowledged. Your presence is confirmed. Daniel, Jason, the other Stephen, not Stephen A.N., but Stephen S-T-E-P-H-E-N, Stephen Fink, at your service. Eric Stream, thank you. Hey, everybody, Zach. Florida Trucker, well, thanks for being here, you son bitch. Frank Myers, thank you. Aaron M says, Daddy is here. No, you're not Daddy. I'm Daddy. Got him, coach. Thank you. Mr. Kojak, who loves you, baby. Mr. Wick. First Pro. Reina Gonzalez. Hola, mijita. I'm Jake. The amazing Wong. Jay Reason, what up? What's going on, Jay Reason? We gotta chop it up. We gotta chop it up, Matt. Jamie. Heidi Booth, Poodle Amy. Put the genie back in the bottle. I wish we could. Thank you for being here. Oscar Gonzalez. Thomas, he says, Nicholas, what's up? He says, I'm literally in Trader Joe's streaming you while getting my weekly communist supplies. Hey, how about that? You are behind enemy lines right now. Watch your back, man. Be careful in there. Lori Ann, what's up? So, man, what the hell? What a week, huh? Shit. Oh, Donovan, thanks, man. He says, I'm glad to be getting your notifications again. I'm glad you're getting them too. Damn. Dicks. Oh, yeah, Telepetty, I said, what's up, Tom? Yeah, Telepetty, I said, what's up? Look, Lepetti, he's a guy, he was one of the managers in Trader Joe's, you call him a full-timer, but he was one of the managers, and he's from Tonga, and he is a man's man. The dude, he's built, like he doesn't look like the Thing from the Fantastic Four, but he's built like him. Just thick, dense, hard. We used to always joke with him because Lepetti, he works. That's what Lepetti is born to do. Lepetti was born to do two things. He was born to love his family, all girls, by the way. He has all daughters. He was born to love his family and work. That's what Lepetti does. Lepetti is America. That man shows up early and he works late. He will work anybody under the table. He is a very nice man, a very kind man, but can not be when the time calls for it. He used to play rugby in Tonga, and he brought an old picture of him. Had that Tom Selleck mustache. He's bald now, but he had a head full of hair, and he was wearing shorts. He had muscles everywhere. He said back in Tonga, when they would go pig hunting, they would be up in trees, and they would jump on the wild boar's back with a machete and kill it. Who the fuck is going to do that? I'm not doing that. I'm not jumping on a wild boar's back with a machete. But Lepetti did it. Shout out to him, man. He's the kind of dude, exactly, Oscar, just like Rambo in the first one. That's exactly right. But he's the kind of dude who you may not like him, but you have to respect him. Just the work he puts in, the attitude he comes in with, you have to respect that dude. He's one of the guys that I miss there. If you ever worked somewhere and said to yourself, if the whole crew was like that employee, this would be the most efficiently run business you've ever seen. That's what kind of dude he is. Shout out to him. Whenever I go down to where I used to live, I always make sure I say what's up to him if I can. Just a great dude. The first says, what about a wild boar's back? I used to work with this dude from Tonga, and they would be up in the trees and wait for the wild boar to come by, and they would jump down on its back with a machete and kill it. So that's some man shit. But as you can tell, I have a real fondness for Lepetti. I respected him a lot. He was a friend. Not yet, Jay Reason. I haven't gotten to that yet. I haven't gotten to any of those stories yet. I'm trying to tell you a story. Oh, let's go to here. We got some more generous people. The amazing Wong. The amazing Wong, thank you. He says, JG, Dylan from Predator passed away. RIP legend. Yeah, man. Carl Weathers, dead at the age of 76. Great actor, comedic actor, dramatic actor. He played in the NFL. He played for the Raiders. Hey, we all make mistakes. But, RIP to Carl Weathers. most celebrities, most of the time when you hear about a celebrity dying, it's whatever. It doesn't really affect you. But to him, I was like, man, that really sucks. A friend of mine called me and told me, and a child of the 80s, a fan of action movies. Of course, I loved Carl Weathers movies. He was Dylan in Predator, Action Jackson. He was Jericho Jackson in Action Jackson, Rocky, Apollo Creed and Rocky. I mean, just iconic films. Chubb in Happy Gilmore. Just if his resume stopped right there, the Rocky franchise, Predator, Action Jackson, right there. If it stopped, it's an amazing career. But he made many other movies. And of course, if you guys have been following me long enough, you know that Jericho, I got that from Action Jackson. His name in that the character's name in that movie is Jericho Jackson. So I took Jericho from there. My other favorite movie was The Last Dragon, and the main character's last name was Green. So there you have Jericho Green. But man, Carl Weathers, gone. Too soon. You will be missed. I think I'm gonna have like a Carl Weathers movie marathon this weekend, just show my respects. DJ John T. Thanks, man. He says, hi, Jericho. A member for 11 months. I mean, we've been doing this for almost a year. He says, hi, Jericho. Proud Swedish member. Yeah. Me and Greta. Yeah. Merry Black History Month. Merry Black History Month. Yeah. I'm having me some beers after my sober January. Love you all. Hey, man. Yeah. Drink up. You've earned. Hope it wasn't too tough on you. But yeah, that's the number one thing is it's Black History Month, day 2. Darn it, we only have 26 days left. Shitty. But we're going to talk about that as well because you guys know how I feel about that. Jamie! Thank you, Jamie. He says, Jericho, what's your opinion on the possible plans that they want to put where the former Minneapolis 3rd Precinct used to be? I'm not familiar with that one. I've seen the clips of Ilhan Somali double agent Omar speaking her native tongue and praising and gushing over the Somali president and what she wants to do for Somalia, even though she's not in Somalia. But I don't know what's going on there, so hook me up with some info. Oh, that shit. That'd be helpful. Who's next? Heidi Booth. What up, her? Thank you, Heidi. She says, best live show ever, JG. You're right about that, girl. You're right. You're right. Who am I to dispute that statement? I'm no one to dispute that because I agree with it 100%. Thank you, Betty Mosh. Cliff Williams, thank you. Thank you, Cliff Williams. Thank you for the Hamilton. If you're new here, I call it a Hamilton because that's the dude who's on the $10 bill. He says, everyone, JG, almost 370,000 subscribers, came and interviewed with generally specific, less than 1,000 subs. Now that's classy. I thank you for that, Cliff. And as I mentioned before, Cliff was in the comments there. Thank you for chiming in there as well, Cliff. Thank you for your generosity. But as I said at the end of the interview that I had with Generally Specific, the number of subscribers, it doesn't matter to me, man, because I was there too. I didn't just wake up. Nobody said, like, I Dream of Jeannie, and I woke up with 370,000 subs. I started at 1. I started at 1,000. I started at 2,000, whatever. So, hey, if you're willing to have me, I'll come hang out. But it was a great time, great conversation. I wouldn't even call it an interview. It was a great conversation, and I'll be back. I'll be back. One of the coolest scenes in that movie, by the way, which wasn't going to happen because Arnold wanted to say, I will be back. But James Cameron was like, you're the actor, I'm the director, say that shit the way you're supposed to, which is pretty much verbatim. But wouldn't that be weird if he's like, I will be back? No, it was cool that he said, I'll be back. But one of the best scenes in that movie. Bob Brown says, Black Lives Matter, that's racist. Bottom line, it's racist. So yeah, a lot of things to talk about today. One of the craziest ones. And happy Black History Month to you all. You better wash a Black person's feet, kiss their feet, grovel at their feet, hold doors for them, avert your gaze, do not look Black people in the eye until March. And this is all according to the mainstream mediocres, our politicians on every level. This is how you're supposed to act around toward Black folks this month. I'm just trying to help you out. Hold doors for them, look down, don't look them in the eyes. I'm allowed to do whatever I want and say whatever I want. It doesn't matter. I can slap you if I want to. I can yell, scream, destroy shit. I can walk out of the store with shit without paying for it because, you know. So that'll be fun. This whole month is going to be fun. You notice the background, right on. But one of the funniest things, shout out to Layla Gray on Instagram. She is at Propaganda Fluent on YouTube at Propaganda Fluent, or not at Propaganda Fluent on YouTube at Propaganda Fluent. On Instagram, I believe it's at Propaganda Fluent, also on X. But she's the one who hit me to this story, and this is some outrageous bullshit, and it's real. Canada to have Blacks only swimming hour. Canadian University to have Blacks only swimming hour. Now, let's address the stereotypical elephant in the room, shall we? So yes, one of the stereotypes about Black folks is that we cannot swim. So to have a Blacks only swimming hour, that's kind of funny. That would be like having there's an hour that only Asian people can drive, right? Or or having there's 1 hour a day where only Jews could be in the bank. You know what I mean? That just sounds funny. Blacks only swimming hour when we know the stereotype. So Canadian University to have Blacks only swimming hour. And when you hear the article, I mean, you're either going to laugh or you're going to shit yourself. One of the two. It's just so fucking ridiculous. Gavin Newsom is a lying piece of fecal matter. Now I know we've heard his lies before, but this one takes the taco. This is a lie that you tell to somebody that you think is severely stupid. Like this is a lie you would tell to someone that has a mental disability because they'll believe it because they're mentally disabled. Right? This one's bad. Okay. This one too. I wish we'd wake up. I wish I could pinch myself and wake up inside of a skit on TV. But it's not. It's real life. Sloppy Joe called one of the families of the 3 soldiers who died in Jordan, about a week ago or so. There were 3 of them, all from the same reserve unit in Georgia. They were hit with an Iranian drone and they were killed. So he called one of the parents, the mother and father of one of them. And it's nothing special. Presidents do this. But Sloppy Joe couldn't do it without doing it Sloppy Joe's way. And when you hear the phone call, remember that scene in Naked Gun where everybody just hit themselves on the forehead. They were like, oh, and they just made that slapping noise. That's what you're going to do when you see the video. Did you hear about those cops in New York who were assaulted by a group of illegals? Well, this is going to be the anger blood segment where I tell you a story that's going to make you so angry that you're going to have a single drop of blood come from your nose. Usually it's from the nose. It can be from the eyes or the ear or somewhere else. Blood's going to come out of a hole, but usually it's up here. But this one's going to get you. This one is going to make your hate meter go from 0 to red line like that. Also, the Somali double agent Ilhan Omar, the congresswoman from Little Somalia, aka Minneapolis, she wants to go home. She said that she wants to go home. ET, phone home. Immigrant, phone home. She says she wants to go. Who are we to stand in her way? Also, Fannie Willis, is that her name? The prosecutor, the Georgian prosecutor who's trying to get Trump on some election fraud bullshit. Uh-oh. Fannie's in trouble. Fannie's in big, big trouble. She had to come clean. She had to admit a couple things. And it's amazing. And it's the beginning of the crumbling of her case against Trump and probably other cases. What an idiot. Remember Dexter's Laboratory? What would he tell his sister Dee Dee? Dee Dee, you are so stupid. Fanny, you are so stupid. You had one job. Not many jobs. You had one job, and you couldn't do that. And because you couldn't keep your legs closed, your case is about to be closed. Aaron M says it's pronounced like Fanny. I like Fanny better. I don't know. Maybe because it reminds me of an ass. Rod Marzum. Get out of my laboratory, DD. You are so stupid. What's up, Tammy D? Great to see you here again. Yeah, just stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. All you had to do was keep your knees together. That's it. And not that these charges had any credibility or anything. This still would have panned out to be bullshit. But the least you could have done is hold up your end of the bargain. And you couldn't do it. You couldn't keep your clam to yourself, you dumb broad. And now the case is going to fall apart. you idiot. So stupid. So let's start with America's hat, huh? Let's start with Canada. Sorry, Mads, but we got to do it. But before I do that, I love me some generous people. So I have to show them that I appreciate DJ John T again. DJ John T, thank you. He says, by the way, Jericho, Ben is a hell of a rapper. I know you're being facetious. I did a reaction video to Tim McDonald's new song called Facts, featuring on the mic Ben Shapiro. I'll let you guys go over there and hear my thoughts about it, but I was honest. It's the least I could do is be honest and give you my truth. Like there's like 8 billion different truths. There's my truth, your truth, and everybody's truth. So that's what I did. I went there, I turned on the camera, and I told my truth. GJB Films, member for 10 months. Thank you very much. She says, yo, Jericho, back from visiting my now fiance from the Philippines. Long flights, but amazing trip there. Real eye-opener. We're both very happy. Congratulations, man. Glad you made it back safely. Did she come back with you? Or you gotta wait till you're married or whatever. But congratulations. Glad she said yes. Hashtag she said yes. I bet you guys there was a whole bunch of you were getting it. Hell yeah. But did she come back with you? Or you got what's going on, man? But congratulations to you. Happy for you, man. It says, unfortunately, she's not with you yet. Okay, well, hopefully she will be soon. You make an honest woman of her, bring her back to the States. Let's get some babies in her, huh? Let's have some more free-thinking Americans. Get to work. He said, no tango. What? She's making you wait? Oh, man. You got you one of them traditional women. Hey, good for you. It's going to be that much better when you do. It's going to be over quick. You know it's going to be over quick, man. As soon as you... But that's all right. That's why they made round 2 and 3. Get that one out. Let her know. Hey, girl, you know, I haven't had it yet. So, you know, it's like... That's going to be quick. It was a mutual decision. That's good, man. But yeah, just let her know, hey, this first one, we'll just forget about it and then get back in the second, third, maybe a fourth. Huh? Yeah, lady bird fart. That's a funny name. Yeah, Carl Weathers, out of here, age 76. Damn. Rod Marzum, am I saying that right? Black History Month, History Month is bullshit. Yeah. I think it's nonsense. It shouldn't be. It should just be American History Month. Period. Why separate and segregate? Why do that? All Black history is American history. Because all of our history took place in America. So that would make it American history. Let's have a month where we talk about all American history from the beginning, from the tea in the water to whatever the fuck you want to call this now we're living in. How about that? Let's tell the entire story of America's history. Don't leave anything out and don't add anything extra. Give it to us raw and uncut. You go to the meat section of the grocery store. What's that meat? Raw. That's how I want it. Don't worry about me. I'm tougher than you and I'm smarter than you, government. Give it to me raw. Allow me to digest it my way and at my pace. Don't digest it for me and baby bird it into my brain. I'll do it. I got this. Let's have a month of American history. Part of that history will be about Black folks and part of it won't. Oh, well. But don't tell little tiny bullshit parts of it. Tell everything. Yes, America had slavery. Guess who else had slavery? Everybody. But if you're going to tell about slavery, tell the whole thing. Tell all of America's history. And don't leave out that little skirmish they had from 1861 to 1865 to end it. What they call it? Civil? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. The Civil War doesn't matter because that wasn't the worst time in our history. The worst day in our history was July 6th. That's what Sloppy Joe says. We know it is January 6th, but he said it was July 6th. According to them, that's the worst day this country's ever seen, by far. In a nutshell, I think Black History Month is fucking nonsense. And nothing good comes from separating one group from everybody else and giving them what you don't give everybody else. That's not good. And there's there's a month for everything. That's also fucking stupid. No Black History Month, no Pride Month. Ugh, that's the worst one of all. What other month, what other holiday, whatever you want to call it, allows you to fuck in the streets and be nude around children? I think that's the only one so far. That sounds pretty gross. So none of that. No indigenous and these people and that people and baby and blah blah bullshit Ku Klux Trans Heritage Month, which October is now. Cancel all that shit. You want to have a month? Have a month for everybody. No, don't call me crazy. I don't give a shit what you call me. Canada, America's hat. Here we go. It's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. Canada, no. Remember that scene on the Chappelle Show episode where who is it? Homeboy was working at McDonald's and his life fell apart and he had to move back in with his grandma and he's jacking off in the room and his grandma comes in and he turns and says, "Grandma, no! Canada, no!" Oh, they did it. They done did it. Here we go, Canada. What's going on now? First of all, look at this picture. Don't even try not to read the headline first. Let's look at this picture. This is at Toronto Metropolitan University. A big old picture up there with a Black student. Or is he African? Fuck you call dark-skinned folks in Canada. African Canadians. Ugh. But you know they put this up there for a reason. They didn't just randomly select a student. They put this dude, this person of color, on the wall on purpose. Now, let's get to this stupid headline. Okay, with the ads. All right. Black only swim times, Black only lounges. The rise of race segregation on Canadian universities. Uh-oh. But Canada, you have Justin Castro. He's supposed to be progressive and open and everybody's welcome and everybody come in and do everything you want to everybody. Probably why his wife left him. Twice a week, the University of Waterloo Athletic Center. They do it CENTRE, so you know it's from Canada. They spell shit wrong. Twice a week, the University of Waterloo Athletic Center suspends its usual calendar of mid-morning swim lessons and reserves its 25-yard pool for the exclusive, that means only this group of people, only them, for the exclusive use of a demographic that, in their words, does not have a good, quote, relationship with water. You can't make this shit up. I don't have to. That's the beauty of it. It's real. The aim is to get more. Now, I'm not sure why there's an X instead of a KS, but whatever. The aim is to get more Black folks into a space where they haven't always been welcomed. Reads the official description of the Black Folks Swim, a 60-minute Black-only pool time. Users can swim lengths, practice diving, or sign up for a lesson. But they and all the instructors must be Black folks. So if you white and you got an urge to swim, not at that time you don't. You better block that hour out. That's for the colored folk. This time is dedicated to building a better relationship with water for the Black community, reads a bolded statement on the Black Folks Swim webpage. We got to go there. After this article, we're going there. We got to see what's up. The University of Waterloo is home to more than 30,000 international students. Many Canadian newcomers lack basic swim skills and are at an outsized risk of drowning. This is why many life-saving societies specifically target new Canadians for swim lessons. Okay. But aside from a weekly trans-friendly swim and some scattered women's-only events, the Black Folk Swim is the university's only demographic-specific swim time and the only one targeting students of a particular ethnic heritage. Wow. That is something. Hold on a second. That is something. Wow. Wow. And Waterloo is not alone in this. Of course not. You think there's one dummy? There are many dummies. Okay. While the idea of explicitly race segregated spaces at Canadian universities would have been unthinkable only a few years ago, recent months have seen a wave of Black only lounges, study spaces, and events at Canadian post secondary institutions. The University of British Columbia recently cut the ribbon on a Black student space featuring showers, lockers, and even a nap room. A nap room for what? To gain access, students must apply and affirm that they are one of the following: Black African descent, African American. So we can go up there and go to their schools. African American, African Canadian. So that what you call Black folks in Canada? African Canadians? That sounds like a lot. Afro Caribbean, Afro Latinx, and Afro Indigenous. So as long as you got something with Afro in there, you'll be all right. You can go swim for an hour with other Afros. Toronto Metropolitan University, formerly Ryerson, opened a Black student lounge in 2022. The space is intended as a shelter from the, quote, harms of institutional racism. Whew, thank God. In multiple public statements, TMU has referred to itself as a hotbed of colonialist institutional oppression. And the lounge is intended as a space where students can heal and recharge from said oppression and promote Black flourishing. Okay, so that's why they have the nap room. Because being oppressed makes you tired. I'm getting it now. Thank God for Toronto University and the University of British Columbia and Toronto Metropolitan University. Thank God they get it. Being oppressed, it's a lot. Hashtag a lot. And not only does it weigh you down emotionally and mentally, but also physically. So we need to take a nap. We need a siesta. So thank God they have places like this where I can heal. I can heal. So you're damaged. Being Afro, all of these things, it damages you because you need to heal, recharge, because it just drains you, it just saps you from said oppression and promote Black flourishing. Oh, thank God. The University of Toronto maintains a distinctive office of Black student engagement that curates a series of Black-only frosh and orientation events. While there are university-sanctioned engagement programs for Latin American and Southeast Asian students, these are mostly limited to mentorship appointments and workshops. And it's not just U of T pursuing Black-only frosh events. As noted in a feature by Vice, as recently as 2015, Canada didn't feature a single Black-only frosh. What? But after Ottawa University's debuted BLK frosh that year, the practice soon became commonplace. Ooh, you see that? It just takes a few people to jump off of that cliff, and then it becomes commonplace. Canadian university campuses have always been home to student societies or clubs whose membership is determined via national or ethnic characteristics. McGill University, for instance, maintains more than 40 on-campus culture clubs, like Boy George and them, targeted at students' demographics ranging from Tamil to Moroccans to North American-born Asians. Quit separating people in all these fucking groups. Ugh. But the newly opened Black spaces are different in that their explicit purpose is to demarcate Black-only areas in the interest of providing inclusive spaces. In with the oppression, out with the Black. In with the oppression. You feel that it's heavy. Out with the Black flourishing. Oh, I feel rejuvenated. When Simon Fraser University announced plans to build a Black student center, administrators said the project was a direct outgrowth of their adoption of the Scarborough Charter on anti-Black racism, a 2021 document signed by 46 Canadian universities. Oh, thank you, 46. The charter states that Blacks are underrepresented at Canadian universities due to a latticework of institutional anti-Black racism. Of course, it has nothing to do with the fact that there aren't that many fucking Black folks in Canada. No. Racism. There are throngs of Negroes, Canadian Negroes, beating down the door to these institutions, and they can't get through that. What do they call it? Lattice work of institutional anti-Black racism. As such, it prescribes keeping close tabs on the ethnic characteristics of students and faculty at Canadian universities and implementing a number of deliberative processes to ensure that a representative number of them are Black. One of these processes, is the constitution of affirming accessible spaces that foster Black belonging. You guys excuse me as I... Oh my God, it feels so good. You guys want to do it one more time? Okay, you ready? One more time. Get your hand ready. Get it in there. Here we go. One of the processes is the constitution of affirming acceptable spaces that foster Black. Guys, I don't know about you, but it's canceled. Guys, there was so much woke jammed into that one sentence. I couldn't handle it. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. But there was so much woke in that one sentence that I could not contain the ejaculate. I'm going to try to get through that sentence one more time because I want. Hold on, Bob Brown. Hold on. Because I want to read the entire article. I don't want to leave anything out. I want to have you guys being partially informed. So let me see if I can get through that sentence. Hold on. You guys know how it is when you come twice. Okay. One of these processes, is the constitution of affirming acceptable spaces that foster Black belonging. I'm going to read that again. I can't. Oh, one more time. Oh, man. Let's see if I can get through this without ejaculating a fourth time. Because 3, that's a lot. At TMU, the Black Student Lounge was an outgrowth of a 2020 report known as the Anti-Black Racism Campus Climate Guys, I almost threw up. I thought I was going to ejaculate again, but instead I almost puked. Because this says it's known as the Anti-Black Racism Campus Climate Review. Stop! Stop! If I read that sentence again, I'm going to grow a man bun. My t-shirt's going to turn into a deep V-neck, and my penis is going to disappear. Because that's the most SJW beta male bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Authors concluded that even after 10 years of concerted anti-racism efforts, the university was still awash in anti-Black racism, which the report said was primarily manifest in intuitive ways such as a sense of not belonging and lack of representation in curriculum. I don't belong. What? Do these, okay, are any the students who didn't have a sense of belonging, are they all females? Or are some of them males who lost their penis and replaced it with a vagina? A sense of belonging? I thought you were there to get an education, not feel like I belong. Because by the time you're in college, you're an adult. Let's get through this, guys. Among its recommendations were a dedicated Black student space on campus with the necessary resources allocated to it for Black students to feel safe. I thought Canada was pretty safe. Universities have historically been an unsafe space for Black students. The lounge is just one step towards dismantling this harmful reality. Ebony Morgan, a Black student support facilitator, said. Guys, I know we're not in June, but that's the gayest shit I've ever heard in my life. What? They don't have a sense of belonging. We don't have representation. What the fuck was that? Ew. So, just know this. At one of the universities, there will be an hour where only the Canadian Negro can splash about in the water. So plan your day accordingly. All right. If you want to go for a dip at that time, you can't, unless you're Black. Now, if you're Black and you want to dip, take a dip at that time, you can. But if you're not, you're just going to have to sit outside and fog up the window with your breath and wait for the Black water hour to be over. Canada, you better keep that shit up there. Yeah, right, JT King. 1 hour. How generous. You got 1 fucking hour in the water, Narky. What the fuck is that? Blacks only. Guys, that was some Jim Crow shit. I thought that only happened under Jim Crow. Blacks only, whites only, but apparently Canada is fucking doing CPR and trying to bring it back. Let's bring it back. Segregation. Run it back, segregation. Wow. There's some special folks out there. Canada, come on. You guys are supposed to be at the tip of the progressive spear. You guys are turning it back to the fucking 60s. Hey, Let's check on Gavin Newsom's latest web of lies and destruction. You stupid bastard. You stupid bastard. Okay. Come on. Pull this up. You guys are going to love this. Yeah, I got to love it. Okay. Here we are. So this is Gavin. Why do I call him that? It's because he banged his best friend's wife. Okay. So what he's saying is he's telling a story about how he was in a store and somebody walked out without paying for something, and he's asking the cashier, why wouldn't you stop him? She said, it's the governor's laws. We can't stop him. And he's saying, what? That's, basically, he didn't say bullshit, but he's basically saying that's bullshit. That isn't the law, and somebody should do something, and how indignant he felt that, this wasn't being done. But these are your policies, bruh. These are your policies. This is the environment that you created. You passed these laws that allow these people to go into stores unmolested and leave with shit that they didn't pay for. You signed these bills into law where people no bail. They don't need bail. Just come on in. We'll take your picture. You can duck face your picture and you're out of here. Back to reoffend. This is what you wanted. Sanctuary city bullshit. This is all part of your plan. This is your fault, Gavin. And I'm so glad that you came face to face with it. The only thing I wish is that these people didn't somehow see you as a celebrity and want to take pictures with their bitch ass after, or whatever. But the nerve. These are your policies. This is the environment that you fostered, and now you're acting indignant when you have to experience the consequences of the shit you made us live in. You son of a bitch.
The woman says, oh, he's just walking out. He didn't pay for that. I said, well, why are you stopping him? She goes, oh, the governor. Swear to God, true story. On my mom's grave.
Swear to God, true story on my mom's grave. What are you, a cholo? Hey, put it on something full. Put it, eh?
Governor lowered the threshold. There's no accountability. I said that's just not true. And I said we have the 10th toughest, $950, the 10th toughest in America. She doesn't even know what I was talking about. By the way, it's the 10th toughest in America. Look it up. No one gives a damn about that. And I said it's just not true. There's still a stop. They said, well, we don't stop them because of the governor. And then she looks at me twice, and then she freaks out. She calls everyone over, wants to take photos. I'm like, no, I'm not taking a photo. We're having a conversation. Where's your manager? How are you blaming the governor? And it was, $380 later. And I was like, why am I spending $380? Everyone can walk the hell right out. We're checking out the.
You piece of shit. You son of a bitch. What do you mean you call her manager? You're going to get this woman fired? Why are you blaming the governor? Why didn't you take the time to explain to her your side of it, even though your side is a lie? Why didn't you take the time to explain to her? Why are you getting pissed off? You did this, fool. You did this. This is what you turned California into, the 10th toughest. How about you're the number 1 toughest? Why are you okay with being number 10? I know there's 50 states, but why not be number 1? Why not be the most tough on crime? I don't give a shit what the rest of the states are doing. I don't live there. That's like when they tell you, well, America has some of the, there are other countries that have way more inflation than we do. I don't shop there. I don't buy eggs and gas and pay my bills there. I could give a shit what the rest of the world is dealing with. I don't care what the other theft laws and punishments are in other states. I care about the one I live in, California. And you're not tough on crime. And why would you allow somebody to steal $950 worth of shit before the cops can do something about it? $950 worth of shit? before the cops can do their job? You think that's good? You're okay with that? Swear to God, true story. On my mother's grave. We're not two kids. We're not a group of kids telling stories about what happened this weekend. No, I swear to God. I swear to God. Relax, Gavin. Look it up. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody cares about all the hard work I'm doing for this state because you ain't doing shit. 10th toughest. Be number one. Exactly, Jet Blackheart. That's $950 in one visit. The person can go in there, steal $949 worth of shit, go outside, stash it somewhere, and come back and take another $949 worth of shit. As many times as they want. And law enforcement's not allowed to stack each offense to put them away for longer. These tough crime bills you're signing, that's bullshit, Gavin. Bullshit. For him to sit up there and act like that. Like, how dare you quote my policies? How dare you tell me the truth to my face? Wow. No, nobody gives a damn. Nobody cares what I do. You don't do shit. You've done nothing but destroy California. This is what these people are dealing with. Hordes of thieves coming in and out of the store. Unimpeded. Don't stop them. Don't touch them. Don't look at them. Just let them go. Armfuls of shit. The alarm going off. Just got to watch her walk away. This is what you create in California, you piece of shit. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody believes.
The woman says, oh, he's just walking out. He didn't pay for that. I said, well, why are you stopping him? She goes, oh, the governor.
Yep.
Swear to God, true story. On my mom's grave. The governor lowered the threshold. There's no accountability. I said, that's just not true. And I said, we have the 10th toughest, $950, the 10th toughest in America. She doesn't even know what I was talking about. By the way, it's the 10th toughest in America. Look it up. No one gives a damn about that. And I said, it's just not true.
Right? Who was that asshole who said, right?
Still stop. I said, well, we don't stop them because of the governor. And then she goes, she looks at me twice, and then she freaks out. She calls everyone over, wants to take photos. I'm like, no, I'm not taking a photo. We're having a conversation. Where's your manager? How are you blaming the governor? And it was, $380 later. And I was like, why am I spending $380? Everyone can walk the hell right out. We're checking out.
Do you hear the way he said that at the end? Why the hell am I spending $380? Everybody else walk the hell out. What? Wait, hold on. We got to go back to that. What did you fucking say?
The woman says, oh, he's just walking out. He didn't pay for that. I said, well, why are you stopping him? She goes, oh, the governor. Swear to God, true story. On my mom's grave. The governor lowered the threshold. There's no accountability. I said, that's just not true. And I said, we have the 10th toughest, $950, the 10th toughest in America. She doesn't even know what I was talking about. By the way, it's the 10th toughest in America. Look it up. No one gives a damn about that. And I said, it's just not true. There's still stop. I said, well, we don't stop them because of the governor. And then she goes, she looks at me twice. And then
now, why would a store voluntarily just let people leave with their merchandise? They used to have loss prevention in there where they would stop people who were stealing and they would arrest them. They would bring them in like a back room somewhere, an office, arrest them, and call the police. So why would a business just voluntarily, you know what, let's try something new. Let's just let them walk out. No, obviously there's a law that's in place that's handcuffing them, no pun intended, and not allowing them to pursue the thieves.
And she freaks out. She calls everyone over, wants to take photos. I'm like, no, I'm not taking a photo. We're having a conversation. Where's your manager? How are you blaming the governor? And it was.
Now here comes. He's going to say it $380 later. Then he says, $380 later, everybody else just walks the hell out. Listen to the way he says that. It's just weird.
$380 later. And I was like, why am I spending $380? Everyone can walk the hell right out.
Why am I spending $380? Everybody else can just walk the hell out. No, that was weird. But what a piece of shit that dude is. The nerve. The nerve of you to sit there and lie. You know, that's exactly why those people are allowed to walk the hell out, as you put it, because of you. Where you got your nose, your whole face, and both your hands up the ass of the Chinese president, California is dying. Tammy D, make us happy again. Thank you, Tammy. She says, JG, please do sleazy Biden. Ha ha ha. Glad to see you. You mean it's sleazy Biden? Chill. She went to bed. Secret Service, come here. Come here. Come closer. I need you to bring me a bowl of chocolate chip ice cream and just a few sprinkles, not too many, of a 7-year-old's hair. Hurry. What a scumbag. DJ John T, thank you again. DJ John T, thank you. He says, and by the way, Jericho, Snoop Dogg is cool. No, he's not. Anybody who's a 52-year-old gang member is not cool. Fucking idiot. He's not even a real gang member. Snoop's a millionaire. He's not putting in work. Fucking idiot. But now he's back on Trump's nuts. Oh, I got nothing but love for that shizzle, dizzle, bizzle, kizzle. Mouse C, I think you as well, good job. Jolly good show. Thank you, Mouse C. I appreciate that. Always a consistent presence. That's right, Swamp Fox 72. It's Swamp Fox 1732. It's just the vibe. Ooh. Yeah, boy. And to see him lie like that, like that's insulting. You're telling me you think I'm stupid if you think I'm going to believe that. If you think I'm going to believe you over what I'm living every day. How many thefts do you see? Do you think a Target employee sees every day in the Bay Area? Now, I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just saying in a perfect world, I'd like to do this. Right? How dare you lie to my face like I'm some kind of idiot, and I'm going to believe you, the words coming out of that forked tongue hole under your nose over what I live and see every day. Now, I'm not saying you should do this to Gavin bang your wife Newsom, but some of the things he says makes me think he deserves it. Not in this world, but a land far, 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 far away. Just saying. Jose S. Thank you for the twomp. Jose S says thanks. Well, I say the same to you. Thanks. That's right. Killing myself to live. Gaslighting 101. He's an expert. He's an expert. They know exactly what they're doing. And if you notice when he talks, he'll say things like, it's not up for debate. It's a dead issue. It's decided. You gotta watch that slippery little son of a bitch. Mario. He says, how come you're not doing lives as much, Jericho? Just focusing on making videos. I got some things in the works. So just putting a little more time into that. I think I'll be doing the videos every Friday, though. I got some new equipment, so I'll be putting that to use as well. I got a new camera. And I'm working on getting a new background. Like I'm gonna redo the wall behind me. I'm gonna redo it. Hang up my cool ass custom piece of artwork that I got from Hearts of Oak. Shout out to Michelle and Amanda and all the folks over there. Hearts of Oak Creations.com. Yeah, lie to your face. What the OJ say? Smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. And check this shit out. So those dudes, this group of illegals, I don't know where they're from, some Spanish-speaking country, because you can tell by what they're saying. Sonny Singh, what up? Weapon X, yeah, I think I'm done with Rumble. Unless you're a big-ass fish, that comes in there with millions of followers already. They don't really give you the attention that you need, so I don't know if they're going to get their shit together or something changes, but I'm not really fucking with Rumble anymore. So these two cops were effecting an arrest on a suspect. I guess he was an illegal. So their buddies started pulling the cops off of their buddy, kicking him, punching him. And it was weird. It was really weird because, number one, no matter how crazy and unruly, some of these bad areas can be, some of these places in the hood and shit where they're just totally disrespectful to the cops. And, was it the Summer of Love? They're throwing water balloons at them, spraying them with water and just, fucking twerking on their cars. Just the utter disrespect that we see of law enforcement in this country. You don't see people coming. Now, has it happened before? Sure. But it's not commonplace for us to see people pulling police off of a suspect or punching or hitting them. That's just not what we see here in America. That's crazy as fuck to see somebody pulling a cop off of somebody and hitting them and punching them. And if we did, I think the cop would be completely warranted to take out his service pistol and get to work. Because I don't know what your intentions are. I'm feeling these strikes, these blows. Nah, fuck that. Let me take out old sidearm and neutralize the threat. I would be in full understanding if the police were to react that way. But what's weird is they didn't. The cops didn't take their taser out, their guns out, their pepper spray out, and dispense justice. That was weird. I can only assume that they're being told not to do this. They're being told to handle these people a certain way. I don't know. And I'm not saying the cops are weak or whatever, but what you're about to see is so foreign. No pun intended. It's so foreign to us. And then, as I promised you, your daily dose of anger blood, I'm going to show you what happened after. That's what's going to... This might piss you off too. This could be your anger blood. That's fine. But what I'm going to show you after this is going to make an anger blood river come out of your nose, eyes, or ears. So here it is. These illegals assaulting police officers while they're trying to deal with a suspect. Kicking the cop in the head, in the back, 2 kicks to the head, kick to the face, trying to wrestle this slippery little shit to the ground. This dude's going to pull the cop off of him. Kick the cop in the ribs. Kicked him in the face. What? That cop who's on the ground gets kicked in the head twice. Do you think you can cause damage or take somebody's life by kicking them in the head? The human skull cracks under 8.5 pounds of pressure. He stomped that officer in the back of the head, kicked him in his face. Now, why those officers didn't take out their firearm and do what they got to do, I do not know. Because they certainly deserved it. We don't see this in our country. You don't see cops being treated like this when they're trying to effect an arrest. Are you kidding me right now? Look, these little motherfuckers shouldn't even be here, but they only want a better life. These are little engineers and doctors and lawyers and business owners. That's what these young men are. They're the best and the brightest of the countries they originated from. You're the bigot. You're the racist. You're the xenophobe because you don't want to take the doors off the hinges and allow these little mongrels to come in here. You're the fucking problem. Look in the mirror. Therein lies the problem. You are supposed to allow these people to come in here, welcome them with open arms. They don't need to be vetted. Just let them in. They're not going to do anything. You know, actually, Jericho, most immigrants are... Look, these guys are just here for a better life, man. They're asylum seekers. They're fleeing corruption and violence. No, this isn't a CC camera. This isn't CC camera footage from their country. This is from New York City. New York City? NYC, you are supposed to welcome these people with open arms. Welcome them into your homes. Remember when that dumbass mayor, Eric Adams, said to welcome these people into your home? You want to open your doors to them? You want 2 or 3 of them staying at your house? It's even better if you got a wife or maybe a daughter or 2. Yeah. No. I just came up here for a better life. You come in here with your wife. Now, that doesn't get you upset. I have what will upset you. I will make you pissed, yes? I will make blood pressure skyrocket, yes? So this are some of the turds in that footage. These are some of those little bastards who are assaulting and beating those police. They were released, and this was their attitude. And that's him flipping off the camera. Those are double birds.
What? So how you expect? I don't speak English.
I know he's speaking English.
I don't speak English.
With the neck tat. You guys all know an engineer or an upstanding member of society who has a tattoo across their throat. Now, I'm not saying you're a bad person if you got neck tats, but that doesn't make me think Boy Scout, does it? I don't think I want a bunch of 20-somethings with neck tats coming into my country. Yeah, I said it. It's Black History Month. I can say whatever I want.
English. I don't speak English.
You speak English?
No.
No English?
Español.
Espanol, you speak to me. I know I speak English to you. You speak Espanol to me. You motherfucker. I come to your country. I beat up your cops. Kiss my ass. Kiss my culo.
You like America?
Double birds. 2 middle fingers.
Is this how you feel about this country?
2 middle fingers. Those 2 middle fingers are for you, Americans. Those 2 middle fingers are in your fucking face. Asylum seekers. These people, all they want is asylum. That's all they want is asylum. They need to get away from it all. They're fleeing destruction and despair and poverty and war. Let these people in. In the 10 Commandments, he said, let my people go. Let these people in. Because these are just law-abiding citizens. They were great people in their country. And they just want to come up here and be great too. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with spreading the greatness? They're great people there. So why wouldn't they be great people here? We've all crossed an imaginary line and become a completely different person, haven't we? As soon as you step across the border, boom, hand me a little American flag I can wave around, a slice of American apple pie, boom, put a baseball on my head. I'm now an American. I want to be an American. Can you believe? Let's watch this one more time, just in case that drop of anger blood is right here. It hasn't quite crested your nostril.
B.H.M. Ay, wala rin puso na.
I wonder what he's saying too. Ay, la 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 la. What was he saying? Ah, these stupid fucking Americans. Look at these jackasses. We can do what we want. You know what they're saying.
What? Is that how you respect this?
I don't speak English.
Is that how you respect this country?
I don't speak English. I don't speak.
I know I speak English. I know I speak English. I don't have to speak English. You will bend over and do everything I want you to do in my language.
You speak English?
God.
No English?
Español.
Espanol?
Espanol. Look at the attitude he said. Espanol. I know speak your disgusting fucking English.
You like America?
Two middle fingers to you.
Is this how you feel about this country?
Two middle fingers. One for me and one for you, America. Look at this little motherfucker right here.
Ay, wala rin puso na.
Ay, la, 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 la. Now, you guys know we don't promote violence here, but man. You could understand how somebody might want to do that to them. You come into our country, you sneak, you break into our country. You steal resources from the American citizen. You disrespect America with your very presence. You assault a police officer. And I don't mean I accidentally bumped into a cop, so technically it's assault. I don't mean a cop's in your face and you poke him with your finger. Technically, that's assault. No, I'm talking real assault, kicking the officers in the face and head, stomping them in the head, kicking them in the ribs. R.I.P. Carl Weathers, one of the best lines from Action Jackson. Barbecue, huh? How do you like your ribs? You do all of those things. You get arrested, and then you walk out of the fucking precinct, kissing to the camera, flipping off the camera, laughing at fucking faces. And you expect us not to want to do this to them? Some people might say that's what they deserve. Now, here we have, one second. Then you have Captain Latest Fuck, Kathy Hochul, the governor of the state of New York, who now calls for the deportation of the attackers. So wait a minute. Wait. Like you tell your parents to convince them to not whip your ass. No. Wait. You mean to tell me you spread the state of New York's cheeks and welcome these people in here? You bent the state of New York over in their chili ring to lube it up for these people, and now you want to call for their deportation. Not all of them, just a handful of little motherfuckers who attacked the cops. On Thursday, Hochul said the attackers should be deported after assaulting police officers on Saturday. She says, quote, get them all and send them back. This morning, you don't touch our police officers. You don't touch anybody. Okay, so now you're saying that any of the illegals who assault people should be deported? Because I'm sure there's quite the laundry list of assaults that these illegals have racked up in the state of New York, and more specifically, New York City. I'm sure there's a whole lot of American citizens who were assaulted by these fucking people. Some of them maybe sexually. So you're saying if you assault an American citizen, you got to go? And look how young those little pricks were. 21 at the oldest? That's young. You should be in your country building a life. What are you doing here? This ain't international fucking spring break. This isn't Daytona Beach to the world. This ain't Lake Havasu International. Why are all these fucking young people, these little young, violent, fatherless bastards? I recognize them. We got them here. We got streets full of these little ne'er-do-wells. We don't need to bring more. We don't need other countries' ne'er-do-wells. We make our own here. The fucking nerve. The nerve. You come here, treat us like this, and then you laugh. You know what that feels like, fellas? You got a younger sibling. They fuck with you and piss you off, and then you go kick their ass, and then they run to mommy, and mommy's chastising you, and they're standing behind her going, nah. You want to kill that little fucker, don't you? Even though it's your brother, you want to kill him. Because you're getting in trouble, and he's how dare you, sir? How dare you? Careless, I thank you. JG, what do I have to do to catch a live more than once a month now? Send me an alert or something. Well, I think how it works, if you're subscribed to somebody, YouTube should send an alert, but YouTube be hating. But I'll be doing these every Friday. So there you go, Careless. There's your alert. I will be here every Friday. Eric Schultz laughing at chili ring. Yeah, that's my brother told me that a long time ago. I think that's one of the most disgusting ways to describe that body part. And I love it. That chili ring, that leather Cheerio, that stinker, your turd cutter, man. You believe that shit? Laughing at us, flipping us off, flipping you off. How much longer are people going to put up with this? How much longer? Everybody's fuse has different lengths. Some people are quicker to anger than others. Some people will take a lot more punishment before they blow up. Some people, boom, right off the bat. One thing, kablooey. But at some point, the fuse burns out. So how long is this going to go on? How long are the people of New York going to put up with this? How long are these Democrat-run sanctuary shitholes going to put up with this? How long are they going to be able to push you out of your own communities? How long are they going to be able to take over buildings that were shut down and closed down for you? But for them, oh no, we got a fresh coat of paint, some new furniture, put up some little privacy barriers, because, you know, we don't want the illegals looking at each other's good bits. How much longer are they going to allow them to leapfrog us? How much longer are we going to allow them to terrorize us in the fucking streets? Because if they'll do that to a cop, what do you think is going to happen to one of you fellas out there? You get disrespected in some way. They disrespect your lady or something, or do something inappropriate, or confront you in some way. You start beating the brakes off of one of them. What's to stop their homeboys from coming to stomp you in your head, kick you in your ribs, or worse? How many times can a human head bounce off the asphalt until you start having problems? What's to keep them from doing it to you? You don't even have a gun on your hip with pepper spray and a taser and a nightstick and fucking handcuffs. You don't have no Batman utility belt on. You just got a regular belt. So what do you think they're going to do to you if they're going to do that to a cop? Two cops. No fear. They had no fear of being shot, because that's going to be the number one don't do that in the mind of an American. If you think, yeah, I'm going to go fuck with this cop who's trying to arrest somebody on the ground, you're probably going to get shot. And you deserve it. You deserve it. How stupid are you to attack a police officer who's effecting an arrest? You kind of earned it. Play stupid games, you know that whole thing. Gail Tripp says, dude, I'm going to the border and walking in. $5,000 a month and a new cell phone and new digs? Hell yes, why not? Well, when you do, Gail, make sure you head up to Chicago, where they're giving illegals up to $9,000 a month for housing. Might as well get the best. You can go to New York, where they'll feed you native cuisine, because they don't want you to feel far from home or get homesick. So they'll feed you the food that you ate back at home. Why not? American citizen, you don't get shit. Illegal, you get all this shit. Remember what Clarence Williams said in Tales from the Hood? Oh, you'll get the shit. You'll get the shit. Thomas, thanks for hanging out, man. Glad you're still here. So it's almost like we need something between countries to show where a country ends and another begins. I'd imagine if there was such a thing, they could, but some sort of barrier to keep these turds out. Now you're just talking crazy. Because something that shows where your property ends and mine begins, that's called a border. That's called protecting your sovereignty. And our government is not interested in that. And you might think to yourself, well, if the government's not interested in it, then let the states do what they want. If they want to put up a wall or fences or barriers, let them do it. Federal government, you don't have to. We'll do it. Well, there's only one problem. If you take your state's safety and sovereignty upon yourself, if you take the protection of that upon yourself, and let's say, I don't know, you put razor wire at the border. Then you're going to have the federal government take it all the way up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court's going to tell you, you got to take the razor wire down, you got to let them in. But as that state, you could take a page from the illegals book that we just saw and just flip two birds to the federal government and say, fuck you. That's what Texas is doing. But in a perfect world, yeah, the federal government, you're slipping, we'll take care of it on a state level. But then the federal government gets involved. Why would the federal government want to do anything but bolster and fortify our fucking border? Why? You're the government of this country. This is yours. So why wouldn't you want to keep people out? Why wouldn't you want to keep bad people out? There is an entrance. It's not like America has no entrance. We have various legal entry points. You could go there. But if you go through those points, then that comes with scrutiny, paperwork, you know. So why not come in illegally? That's where you get all the swag. You know, celebrities that go to the Oscars and they get a swag bag when they leave. They get a swag bag when they get here. That is some sad shit right there. Well, hey, let's giggle a little bit, shall we? And who makes us laugh more than his sloppiness, Sloppy Joe? Boy, oh boy. This fool, he just out of touch. I don't think that out of touch doesn't describe it correctly. He's more than out of touch. He's disconnected. Because to say what he's going to say to these people, it's a lie. So this just further proves, because we've had tons of proof of his mental decline, but this further proves it because what you're going to tell these people is a lie. So do you know you're lying, or do you really believe this? And you think it's the truth? Has your brain slipped so much that you think an obvious documented lie, there's actual official paperwork that's been stamped by all these official people that says what you're saying is an absolute lie? So are you lying, or has your brain declined so much that you believe this lie and you think it's true? Either way, we're fucked. Either way, you're a liar or you're a senile old man whose mind has deteriorated. Listen to this. Let me share the screen with you. Listen to this phone call to one of the parents of the fallen soldiers from the attack in Jordan the other day.
Biden calling Oneida and Sean Sanders, whose 24-year-old daughter Kennedy was killed in the attack.
I know, everybody, I know there's nothing anybody can say or do to ease the pain. I've been there.
Yes, sir, we understand.
The parents overcome with emotion when the president reveals how their daughter will be honored.
We're promoting her posthumously to sergeant.
Oh, wow. That is the best news I've heard today. Thank you so much. You don't know how much that means to us.
Oh, well, I tell you what, it means a lot to me. My son spent a year in Iraq until I lost him. And,
my son spent a year in Iraq, and that's how I lost him. A couple things. Beau Biden died from cancer, and he died at Walter Reed Hospital. He did not die in Iraq. As far as we know, he didn't contract. Or how do you get cancer? You don't get it from something. Or yeah, you do, but we don't know if his cancer came from his time overseas. But we do know that that's not where he died, because when somebody dies, there's a death certificate. And that tells how you died. And on his death certificate, it's not going to say wounds sustained in battle. It's going to say cancer. So again, do you know you're lying, or do you believe this? Do you really think your son died in Iraq? And the second thing is, he never mentions his wife and daughter. He always, whenever he brings up the somebody he's lost, it's always his son, Bo. It's never his wife and daughter, who also died in a car accident. Why would you not bring them up too? Why wouldn't you say, I know what you mean. I've lost, my wife and my daughter and my son. Why? He says, oh, well. He says, oh, well, I'll tell you what. I'm sorry, let me say him. Oh, well, I tell you what, it means a lot to me. My son spent a year in Iraq, and that's how I lost him. What is with this dude? I think he believes that his son died in Iraq. His son died in combat. I think his brain has deteriorated to that point. And he never brings up his wife and daughter. Yeah, none of them either. He says his wife drove into oncoming traffic with the kids in the car. And also, wasn't there something about they lied and said that they were hit by a drunk truck driver. And it ended up like fucking up that dude's life real bad. Like, what a terrible thing to put upon somebody. Yeah, exactly, Joe Beard. When he brings up his wife and daughter, he lies and says a drunk driver killed him. Yeah, that's not true. That drunk driver didn't kill his wife, and they ruined that guy's life. But why would you tell it? That's a lie. Your son didn't die in Iraq. Unfortunately, yes, no matter where he died or how he died, you are a parent who lost their child, and that's horrible. But why are you lying to these people like that? That's so fucked up. Don't say anything. Just say, I'm sorry for your loss. You don't need to show them that you get it. I mean, that's fine if you do, if you want to show them that you understand and you understand their pain, because unless somebody's lived through that, they don't understand. If you want to connect with them in that way, fine, but tell the truth. Either tell the truth or don't say nothing. But you can tell these people, their hearts are destroyed, not broken, shattered. And you to call them up and bullshit them like that.
1% of all these kids are the ones that they take care of 99% of us.
It's almost like you didn't hear that woman crying. Why are you still talking? This woman's sobbing. Did he not hear her? And I'm all for, a president calling the family of, servicemen and women who died. But, man, it's like he didn't even care. Like, they were just showing him, they're like, oh, great, sir, this is perfect. The soldiers that died, yeah, we're going to have you call their mother. And bonus, they're people of color. It's election year. Perfect. That's some wild shit, man. His sloppiness. Oh, sloppy Joe. It gets no sloppier than that. Holy hell. DJ John T, take us home. DJ John T, thanks again. He says, I have to go now. TRUMP 24. Good night. Good fight. Good night. What TV show is that from? Huh? Tell me, comment section. Good fight. Good night. Oh, it's 12:20 in the morning in Sweden. Damn. Thanks, DJ John T, on the late night. It was tweaker hours. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate all of you. Thank you. What should you surmise from this live stream? What should you get from all this? This is what you should get. It's Black History Month. Be an ally. That's right. Thank you, Joe Beard. Jamie, celebrity death match. Was it Nick Diamond and the other guy? Those dudes were the funniest part of the show. The two commentators. Good fight. Good night. Yeah. So basically, it's Black History Month. Give a Black person your property, your money, your holes, whatever you have to give it to Black people. Again, don't look them in the eyes. Don't talk to them. If they want to reach in your pocket and take something from you, let them do it. If they want to stick their hand in, like, up your shirt, down your pants, let them do it. Okay? Because it's Black History Month. If they want to come in your house and eat your food and maybe bottle your wife, huh? Let them do it because it's Black History Month. And count down to the companies having the black, red, and green Pan-African colored shit. Count down to some stupid ass companies serving fried chicken and watermelon in the lunchroom. Count down to the same usual suspects in Black History Month: Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, and Martin Luther King was a fraud. There, I said it. Yeah, basically that's all that matters. It's Black History Month. If you are Black, do what you want. If you are white, do what you are told. I stand against there we go. I stand against anti-Semitism. I went to public school. That's too many letters. What's up, man? Good to see you. It says Black illegals get double the privilege. Hell yeah. I got to leave and come back illegally, so I get another layer of privilege. I shouldn't even correct myself. You can't correct me because it's Black History Month. Don't even look at me. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Your time, your comments, your questions, your generosity. Yeah. And I will see you live next Friday, but I will be doing videos throughout the week because there's just too much shit going on. But you know how it goes. That's right, Teron Isaac. Prepare for Black folks being obnoxious this month. That's what they did. That's what they created. When you treat people like children, they're going to act like children. When they're throwing a fit and you look at them, oh, it's not their fault. This is what you get, dummies. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Make sure you get in the description box at the link to my new channel, Green's House. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.